As you can see, we made a profit of $691. It's all break and retest. What? Price broke structure. What did it do? It retested the structure right here. Like, they be real quick to like give up when things get hard. But that's really the time where you need to like buckle down and really like lock in. What's up YouTube, it's your girl AK and we are back with another video. Boom, it is Tuesday. It is currently 9:23 in the morning. We are currently holding a swing trade, right? We were holding a USDCHF swing trade. I did not show myself entering the trade because I just wasn't vlogging at the time, but I did enter the trade on Friday. Just a quick recap. So we are doing the 25k challenge, right? Target goal is 6%. Kind of a rough start. The market has been very like choppy. I kind of can show y'all like what I'm talking about like later, but for right now I just want to show you like the trade I'm in and like kind of how it's looking. So we're actually about to hit TP, y'all. So this is my USDCHF trade. We're like inches away from TP right now. Yeah, as you can see, we're in profit $650 right now. My profit target is $700 and basically $700. We're like right there. I placed this trade on Friday. It's currently Tuesday, so I honestly forgot about this trade. Like literally, I had like an alert that hit this morning, and I was like, oh shoot, we're in profit. And I looked and like it's just been dropping like crazy. So setting for getting like really works well. I'm gonna break down this trade a little later today to kind of show you like how I got into the trade. But right now I currently have to work, so I'm about to drop into the office right now. This morning I was kind of like looking at emails and checking messages, but I'm actually about to go into the office and do some work. So when I get back, I'm gonna break down this trade and kind of show y'all how I was able to kind of pull off this 1 to 5 RR on USDCHF. So yeah, y'all stay tuned for that, and yeah, let's get it. What's good YouTube? I am back. It is currently later in the day. Yeah, I just want to show y'all that the trade did hit TP. Yeah, boy. Let me show y'all real quick. So as you can see, we like slashed straight through our take profit, like, and it's still dropping, y'all. Like, it's still dropping. Now a lot of swing traders I follow tend to say not to put a take profit. You're supposed to see how much you can catch because you probably catch more. That's true, I do agree with that. However, a few things. Number one, I'm coming from a losing streak, right? I kind of wanted to secure my profit. Like, I didn't want to play around. I'm trying to like get back to like, you know, my break-even state. So I wasn't trying to play around with that. Two, the trade was already a 1 for 5. Like, I'm not trying to be greedy, y'all. Like, if I get a 1 for 5 trade, I'm taking the trade. I'm not about to be greedy, right? But yeah, let me show y'all the profit I have right now. As you can see, we made a profit of $691. If you can't see it, I'm gonna drop a screenshot so y'all can see it. Yeah, the main profit was supposed to be a little bit over 700. However, I didn't incur like, you know, the swap fees and the commission fees. So if you're holding over the weekend, or if you're holding like over like the trading periods, you do get swap fees. So in total, I had about $20 worth of swap fees, and I had about a little over $4 worth of commission fees. So it took about $24 away from my overall profit. But overall, we still made $691, pretty close to $700, right? So clap it up. That was a great trade. A nice 1 to 5 RR. But yeah, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here because my car is hot, and I'm gonna break down this trade for you guys. What's up, y'all? As promised, I am gonna break down this trade and kind of explain kind of where I was thinking, like in my head, and like just my overall like bias and everything. So yeah, let's go ahead and switch over so I can show y'all real quick. So this was USDCHF, right? As you can see, we have smashed through TP, and I mean smashed through it, right? We had a risk to reward ratio of a 1 to 5.6, almost a 1 to 6, y'all. Like, it was just a crazy win. But yeah, let me show y'all kind of what we got going on. So before I do anything like with the market, the first thing I do, I check my higher time frames, and I want to see, are my higher time frames like going in the same direction, right? I have a rule, and y'all know my rule is this. My rule is I need to have at least 2 consecutive time frames going in my direction, right? So I need to have either a bearish and bearish right next to each other, or I need to have a bullish and a bullish right next to each other. In this case, we actually had 3 consecutive time frames going in the same direction. So that strengthened my bias like even further, right? So I was very confident that price was gonna sell because all 3 time frames were bearish. And I can show you that real quick. So let me jump back to before I took the trade. I'll jump here. Okay. So as you can see at this point, on the weekly, price is obviously like very bearish, right? We have lower high, we're dropping. So I made the weekly bearish. The daily, we had a similar story. So at one point we were shifting up bullish, right? But I noticed, like, even though it's pretty choppy, you can see that we are kind of making lower highs. Like, we're getting lower and lower. And what really sealed the deal for me was when I saw this big engulfing, like, bearish candle engulfing all these candles. So that told me, okay, the daily is bearish, right? So that is why we marked, oopsie, that is why we marked the daily as bearish. As for the 4 hour, same thing. So at first the 4 hour was like, it did shift to bullish at first, right? We had like a little pullback, but again, once I saw this big drop and I saw this clear break of structure right here, that told me that the 4 hour was bearish as well. So that was my bias to sell, is like seeing the direction. So that's why I also marked my 4 hours bearish, and I also marked this break of structure right here, as you can see. So basically, once I saw this big break of structure to the downside, I was like, okay, price is starting to retrace. Where can price retrace to? I saw two areas, right? I saw that we had internal structure that was broken right here, right? I also saw that we had some external structure that was broken. Now, I felt like it was more likely to retrace at the external structure, because usually price does that. It usually retraces to external structure, but also we had this psychological level that was broken as well, and I felt like price wouldn't go back above a psychological level. So I felt pretty confident to say that price is going to stay below this psychological level right here, right? But I drew both zones just in case, to be aware that, hey, price could get back up here, and we do have these gaps right here to fill. But price didn't really go up there for real. Price tapped into our first area of interest, right? We had our reaction, and you can see right here we had this shift of structure on the 4 hour to the downside. So I actually missed this initial drop. I wasn't actually looking at USDCHF at the time. Like, I was watching it, but I missed that initial drop. So I thought, at this point, I thought I missed the trade, right? But something told me, let me just keep watching USDCHF to see maybe it might give me their entry, and it did, right? So I'm gonna jump down to a 1 hour. Price began to start retracing again. So it gave me like this second opportunity to kind of get in. So from here, I drew a second Fibonacci. I drew a Fibonacci on the 1 hour, right? So a Fibonacci within a Fibonacci. And again, I'm just trying to kind of see, like, where are we going to like have a reaction to where we're gonna like head back down. So at this point, I'm scaling in. Like, I'm looking in at the 15-minute at this point, right? Scaling in, and I noticed as price was starting to form, I noticed that price kind of made like this left head right shoulder pattern, right? And I noticed that this high failed to take out this high on the 15-minute. So I was like, okay, if we break this structure, I know for sure we're selling, right? And then, so I just kind of waited for price to break structure. Once this candle broke structure, I entered. The rest was pretty much history, as you can see. Since I had this big Fibonacci drawn on this 4 hour time frame, I knew that I had a bigger take profit level that I could hit, which was this -27. So I decided to actually hold this trade longer and wait for it to hit my -27. And that's how I was able to get this big risk reward ratio, this 1 to 5. And y'all, I love doing that. Like, the best way to get a high risk reward ratio, look at the higher time frame, scale in on the lower time frame, and then once you get that entry, like, overall the higher time frame is going in a direction, so you can have those bigger targets. You don't even need Fibonacci, right? Like, if I hide my Fibonacci levels, if you really look, it's all break and retest. What? Price broke structure. What did it do? It retested structure right here. Okay, boom. Price broke structure again. What did it do? There's broken structure. We broke structure right here when we came back. So we're retesting the structure again, right? We're just retesting structure again, and we fell. Like, price, this is what price does. Like, it's gonna always retest. It's gonna always come back, and you just have to be patient and wait for that retest. And that's what we did. Fibonacci just makes it clean. It gives me like a take profit area, but you don't need Fibonacci for real. You really don't need it. As long as you understand break and retest, that's really all you need, y'all. So yeah, very simple trade. I did show y'all that my profit was, I'm gonna put it up on the screen again, but we did make about $700 on this trade. So yeah, it was a great trade. As far as like other trading opportunities for the week, I'm kind of looking, but I'm also kind of chilling. Like, I'm happy with my win for the week. So I'm not really looking too much to get into a trade, but you know, who knows what the market may give us. But yeah, that's pretty much it. What's good, YouTube? Okay, so that was the trade breakdown. I want to really make something very clear and important, y'all. Something that's very important. It doesn't matter which strategy you use, right? You can use break and retest, you can use Fibonacci, you can use whatever. It don't matter what strategy you use. It don't matter how good your win rate is at all. Like, win rate, it matters, but at the same time, it really don't matter what matters the most is your risk to reward ratio. I cannot stress that enough. Like, if your risk to reward ratio is not good, it don't matter how many times you're winning. Like, bruh, like, if your wins aren't bigger than your losers, you're never gonna be profitable, right? Y'all saw, like, I'm gonna show y'all, I was on a bad losing streak, y'all. Like, let me show y'all. The markets were very, very choppy. August, we just had a string of losses. Like, nothing was hitting at all, bro. September, like, we also started off like pretty rough. Like, it was just not a good thing, but I made sure I was staying within my same, like, I wasn't over risking more than I was supposed to, right? I was sticking to that 0.5%. Sometimes it went a little over because of like fees and, you know, swap fees or whatever, but for the most part I'm staying within that 0.5%. so I'm never over risking, right? I'm always targeting at least a 1 to 3 or a 1 to 5 RR. Like, literally, you can have one of the best strategies in the world, but like, if you got a market that look like this is UJ, y'all. This is UJ on the daily. This was August and September for me. UJ is my favorite pair, and I was trying to trade it, y'all. I could not hit anything. Like, it would go in profit and they would reverse, and I was just going through it, y'all. Like, what's another one? GJ. I love trading GJ. Look at GJ, bro. GJ has been consolidating for the past like almost 3 months. Like, it's been tough. So what are you gonna do when you have like months like this where you're consistently like in these consolidating chopping markets and your trades aren't hitting, your trades are hitting your stop loss, and you're just like going through it? Like, when you're down so much, right? When you're down so much of a percentage, when you're like on this 6 trade losing streak, it's like, bro, what do you do in that situation, right? A lot of people, and I'm gonna sit down for this one, a lot of people be quick to give up like real fast. Like, they be real quick to like give up when things get hard, but that's really the time where you need to like buckle down and really like lock in, right? Because let's be for real, like, if you really want this for real, like, if you really want this goal, right, and you're not playing like, you know, this is for you, you're gonna do whatever's in your power to achieve that. Like, all these obstacles, they're just obstacles, right? It's not supposed to stop you from achieving what you're supposed to achieve, right? I believe that we all have visions, right? And if your vision is to be successful within this industry and to be successful with trading or whatever you want to, really whatever you want to be successful in, and like, if your goal is to be successful in whatever you're pursuing, like, you cannot let an obstacle like stop you, right? Obstacles are supposed to test you. They're supposed to make you stronger physically and mentally, right? But they're not supposed to deter you completely from achieving your goal. To me, the way I look at it, it doesn't matter how many times I lose a trade. It don't matter how long I'm stuck like in a losing streak. For one, that my risk reward ratio plan will always keep me profitable, and I know, number 2, I know that I was given a vision and I was meant to pursue this vision. We were all given an assignment, and if you understand an assignment, you know that you cannot run from your assignment. You know that this was meant for you to achieve, and this was meant for you to fulfill, right? So obstacles shouldn't deter you from anything. If anything, it should make you stronger. And this is probably the most important part of this video, so I hope y'all are not skipping this video because I'm really trying to drop some value right now. But yeah, we are back up. We are basically back at like break even after that terrible string of losses. That trade brought us all the way back to break even. So I'm looking to kind of like chill out for the rest of the week. If I see something, I might pursue it, but I'm just kind of like, you know, being patient, kind of seeing what the market may give me. But yeah, y'all, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I hope y'all got some value from this. If y'all have any questions about my trade breakdown or how I explain like my trade, or any questions about psychology or risk management, just, you know, drop a comment down below. I love to respond and, you know, answer your questions. But yeah, if y'all are also on this journey, good luck to y'all. Good luck in the markets. Okay, I wish y'all luck. Thank y'all again for being so supportive. I appreciate y'all. Until next time, bye.